I see nothing.
You're just talking to me, bro. Get me excited. Tell me about the painting.
The painting. So yeah, I actually have no idea what it's going to be. I mean, I can have an idea, but I never know what's going to happen, Casey, until it's actually on there. And even when it's on there, I might erase it and do something different.
I'm just going to get a shot of this so we can see what we're talking about. That's just horrible. That's a blank canvas. So Bryce, you've been doing like sketches on camera and talking about your artist process. And today I came over and you said you're going to do something different. So what are you going to do differently?
So rather than doing a pen and ink sketch in a sketchbook, which is something I really enjoy and is more of just a practice to keep my drawing skills honed, I'm going to create the sketch that will become the seed for an entire chalk painting, which will then be a finished painting that I can actually sell rather than another sketch that goes in my sketchbook and turn the page and it's gone. So I'm actually using this practice of mine of doing a weekly sketch and then talking about what's happening for me in my life as a human and as an artist. I'm using that now to cut through the resistance that I embarrassingly have between me and standing right over there and starting a painting.
So if I were to look at your work, I would think like, oh my God, Bryce is so prolific. He just wakes up every day and like paints beautiful goddesses and amazing nature and like no big deal. But you're telling me it's not that?
Yeah, I mean, once I get there, once I get to the canvas or the chalkboard, like I can just ride through, whether it's 24 hours straight of painting or a week of painting, working on an oil painting, or a month working on a painting. But the hardest part for me is actually getting to the point where I begin the painting. Like there's so much self-doubt that comes up, and the perfectionism that drives me, and like images will come and feelings will come, and the sense is that I'll never be able to get that onto the canvas. I'll never be able to get it onto the blackboard.
I think we can relate as your audience, like only it's actually true for us. Right? Like, it's interesting to hear that you still have this struggle even after decades of proving yourself wrong.
Yeah. Well, what I've learned is that like if I commit to having a show with someone or in a certain space, that commitment binds me in relationship to other people, and that commitment and that sense of loyalty will have me do whatever it takes to get to that point. Or when I do like chalk art down in the mountain sun or southern sun or something, like I make the deal, like I'm gonna be there at 10:30 tomorrow night to start, and then there's no question about me showing up. And once I'm there, I feel the energy in the entire room, and people get all excited, and then I'm like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. And then I'm just on this like intensely focused mission all the way through to the end. But getting there was that relational piece.
Yeah, it's interesting. We always think of art, or I always think of art as like this solo thing normally. It's like this, you go and you bring your vision into canvas or reality or whatever. But what you're saying is it's like a communal thing for you. It's like in relationship to the people who are maybe commissioning you, or the audience that wants to see it, or the model or the subject itself. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it is, and I've become increasingly aware of that in the past handful of months. That like I've had huge moments of doubt about like, am I really an artist, or am I just like a fake artist? And then shame on top of it, because I don't wake up and just feel this driving thing that I need to make a painting now, and I'm going to take this inner feeling and I'm going to take it to the canvas. And I watch documentaries, artists I love, and that's how so many of them are. And then I look at myself and I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's not how I operate. And then the sense is just like shame of like, there must be something wrong with me, or that I'm simply not supposed to be a painter. Like, that's their job. And because I have so much resistance in this way, that I must be in the wrong line of work. But what I've been realizing is, yeah, there's just, it's like a different, like being designed slightly differently. And if I can find the way through relationship, or like the whole series I did for the last 2 years, is it
You're fine.
Okay.
Just check the focus.
Because it's probably going to run out soon, after 10 minutes or so.
I'm the producer. You just be.
Yeah, the whole series I've done for the past couple of years for the Hanuman Festival, like making that commitment and knowing that not only are the directors of the festival depending on me to show up with artwork, but then each one of those classes, those workshops through the whole week, the backdrop right behind the teacher is going to be this painting. And it's either going to be a totally flat transmission, like there's nothing good coming from the painting, or there's actually something happening. There's something radiating out into the field and being amplified and amplifying what the teacher is doing and what all the students are doing and their depth of commitment. And that's when I get really excited. That's when my work begins to have more value for me. Because the truth is, the hard truth has been for me to realize I'm totally fine living with the visions that I have and the feeling internally and never bringing it out. The reason that I bring it out is because it seems to have oftentimes an impact on people.